Welcome to episode 108, where we delve into a profound reflection from Robert Greene's The Laws of Human Nature. Today, let's think about death for a moment. It's the one thing every single person will face, yet no one can truly understand it. No matter how smart we get or how much science advances, death remains a complete mystery. We can't put it into words or fully grasp what it means. When we try to think about it, our minds hit a wall. This feeling, when we face something so big or mysterious that our brains can't fully understand it, is called the sublime. It's like standing at a doorway or threshold to something enormous and unknown. When we experience the sublime, we feel a mix of fear and wonder. It reminds us that we're small and that there are things much bigger and more powerful than us. While thinking about death is one way to experience this feeling of wonder and smallness, there are other ways too. 1. Look at the night sky. When you look up at the stars, try to really think about how big space is. Our whole planet is just a tiny dot in the darkness. It's impossible to truly understand how vast the universe is, and that's exactly what makes it amazing. 2. Think about how long life has existed. Life on Earth started billions of years ago. Try to imagine all that time. You can't, right? That's the point. When we try to think about such huge amounts of time, our minds are blown, and we feel that sense of wonder. 3. Consider how unlikely you are. Think about this. Millions of years ago, humans barely existed. If our ancestors had died out, which almost happened many times, none of us would be here. Even your own parents' meeting was a chance event. The fact that you exist at all is amazing when you really think about it. 4. Look at life differently. Different animals experience the world in ways we can't imagine. Bats, for example, see using sound in a way we can't understand. What else might be out there that we can't even sense? Modern science keeps discovering new things that remind us how much we don't know. 5. Go to amazing places. Visit places that make you feel small, the ocean, huge mountains, or vast deserts, or experience a totally different culture where everything you're used to is different. These experiences shake up our normal way of seeing things, where we think we're the center of everything. Normally, we get caught up in our daily routines and problems. We worry about small things and forget to see the bigger picture. But when we face something that reminds us how small we are, whether it's thinking about death or looking at the stars, it wakes us up. We stop feeling so stuck in our usual thoughts and habits. Since humans first became aware of death, we've been terrified of it. This fear has shaped how we live in ways we don't even realize. We've become trapped by our own fear. But here's something surprising. When we face our fear of death, instead of running from it, we can find real freedom. When we accept that we'll die someday, 1. We can be braver in life. 2. We don't need to make everything safe and predictable. 3. We can stop using things, like addictions, to hide from our fears. 4. We can fully commit to our work and relationships. Once we taste this kind of freedom, we want more of it. We start to explore life more fully. As the famous thinker Michel de Montaigne said, in simpler words, we should make death familiar by thinking about it often. Since we don't know when death will come, we should be ready for it any time. When we learn how to face death, we learn how to be truly free. Understanding death releases us from many fears that hold us back. 1. Start small. Spend a few minutes each day thinking about the mystery of death. 2. Look up. Take time to stare at the stars and feel small. 3. Learn new things. Read about scientific discoveries that blow your mind. 4. Explore. Visit places that make you feel tiny in comparison. 5. Talk about it. Have open conversations about death with others. 6. Write it down. Keep a journal about your thoughts on mortality. Important things to remember. 1. The goal isn't to become scared or sad. 2. You don't have to think about these things all the time. 3. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. That's part of the process. 4. This isn't about being gloomy, but about living more fully. True freedom isn't about pretending death doesn't exist. It's about facing it and saying, yes, I will die someday, and that makes my life more meaningful now. When we do this, 1. We stop being slaves to our fears. 2. We can live more fully in the present. 3. We can appreciate the mysteries of life. In today's world, we often try to control everything and avoid anything uncomfortable. But by turning toward the things we can't control or understand, especially death, we can find a surprising kind of freedom. When we stand humbly before the great mysteries of life, the very things that once scared us can become the key to living more freely and fully. As we learn to be okay with not knowing everything, as we make peace with our own mortality and the endless mysteries around us, we might find that the awareness that once frightened us now gives us the freedom to truly live. We're now accepting likes as donations. Your support gives us the motivation to create high-quality content just for you. If something resonated with you, we'd love to hear about it. Share your thoughts and personal experiences in the comments below. Your insights might just help someone else. Now, something important. Make it a habit to learn something valuable every day. The content you consume is like food for your brain, so be intentional about what you watch. Remember, the algorithm is designed to influence your thoughts. Don't let it control you. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe.